Shall I start, madam?
Yes, sir, you start.
Yeah. Good evening to everybody. The topic for today's discussion is exotic and indigenous cut flowers, which are suitable as intercrops in coconut. As you know very well that the coconut is one of the important plantation crop which is cultivated in our country. Mostly, it is grown as a monocrop. So it is grown in almost all the South Indian states, including coastal regions from Gujarat to West Bengal. If you see the average net yield per hectare per year in India, it is around 7,000 to 8,000 nuts per year per hectare. But if you see the world best average net yield, it is almost 12,000 to 13,000. It is somewhere in Thailand, Indonesia, and other Southeast Asian countries. So this is almost 50% less than our world best average. That is a one fact. Second thing, it is a fluctuating prices. You know very well, coconut price fluctuates throughout the year, and farmers get less price sometimes and more price depending on the demand. So this is a two background which we thought how best we can increase the income for the coconut farmers. So in this lecture, what I'm going to talk is most of the work has been done in the state of Goa. I was working in Goa for almost 20 years. And in Goa, the primary crop is cashew, followed by coconut. So almost 30,000 hectares under coconut. And most of the coconut interspace is unutilized. So we thought that how best we can use this interspace to bring some income to the farmers. Then we thought, because regularly farmers take up the other intercrops, namely turmeric they will take, shade living crops, banana they will take, and some other crops. But the income from those crops are less and the maintenance also a little bit more. So that is the reason we tried some of the exotic flower crops as a cut flowers in these coconut plantations. So just I'll go through why among the exotic cut flowers, the important cut flower which we selected is a group of plants that is called Heliconia. This is something like a group closely related to banana. We eat everyday banana. This is a banana family only. Why we selected this crop is this requires a good amount of shade and also it requires a good amount of humidity. These two are available in the coastal region, also in the coconut plantation. And it has diverse structures and colors. These lot of varieties are available in case of Heliconia. And this is exotic crop. Though it was introduced long back by British, but this is not made commercial for all the people. But nowadays, you might have seen, even you might have noticed in some of the marriage functions, they started using these different heliconias. When I show the flowers, you can make out. And it is very easy to multiply. Unlike other crops where we have to go for seeds or grafting or budding, it is like a suckers, like banana. And it is very, very hardy. No need of any maintenance. And there is a very less pest and disease problem compared to other crops. And the most important thing is this Heliconia group crop can be used as a landscaping plant. It can be used as a cut flower and it can be used for any other purpose. So these are the reasons which we thought this is a best suited crop in coconut plantations. So you know very well, a coconut is a perennial crop. That means it's a tree crop. It takes almost eight years to get a first yield. In addition to that, coconut is planted in a wide spacing. That means between two coconut trees, there will be 8 meters of gap. So that is a reason almost we can say during the initial period, almost 80% of the area is unutilized. When the crop started producing after 8 years, still 50% of the area is unutilized. These photographs you can see among the 4 coconut trees. This is planted 8 meter by 8 meter. We can accommodate almost 16 to 25 plants of Heliconia very well without affecting the main crop of coconut. That is the reason this is a very highly suitable crop for the coconut. This another photographs view. This is maybe a Heliconia of almost 1 year old. The coconut plantation age is 12 years old plantation. I told you this Heliconia can be used for multiple purpose. Primarily, it is used as a cut flower. This boy who is holding the flowers is a different types of Heliconia flowers, and it is used in different cut flowers. It is used in vases, it is used in the flower baskets, it is used in hanging for marriage function. So it has different uses. That is a primary use. Second thing, it is very much used for the floral arrangement. If you go to any of the big hotels, they make big floral arrangement in the reception and lobby. So it is a very good flowers because it gives a diverse color, shape, and for texture to the floral arrangement. Third thing, the flowers, apart from flowers, the leaves of the heliconia also used as a backdrop. You can see in this picture, the front portion orange color is a heliconia flower, and the backside green leaves are heliconia leaves. So this is a picture. It is taken something around 4 years back in a Goa, in a florist shop. This bouquet cost, which is mentioned, is 700 rupees. So it contains only one heliconia, some 3 leaves, 2 anthurium, and 2 carnation flowers. So this is a cost which is involved when the florist uses this heliconia flowers, primarily because it is very rare and it is not very common in the general. Because normally we use either rose or gladiolus or carnation. But these types of flowers are now it's picking up in the market. So these are the reasons which we selected heliconia group as a cut flowers in the coconut plantation. So I told you, we have more than 200 varieties of heliconia. So it is a exotic crops. That means it is not origin to India. This crop is introduced from other countries. This is origin is in South American countries, primarily from Brazil and Amazon forest. So mostly it is collected from the natural source and it is commercialized. So you can see the wide range of flowers, types, colors which are available in heliconias. Third important thing is it has a very good shelf life. So it's a very hardy flower. It can be packed in a cardboards and it can be transported to even to 1,000 kilometers. So very hardy, unlike other crops. So these are the advantages which we can speak of. So this is a typical coconut plantation if you see. And these crops can come up in between interspace of coconut. Almost, I told you, 16 to 25 plants in a 4 coconut plantation. So I told you there are a lot of scientific names with that you need not worry. What I'm trying to say is there is a lot of varieties are available in heliconia. So these are available from the commercial nurseries, even from ICR institutes and universities. This very well you can, these are some of the types. When I show the photographs, you can make. So this gives a glimpse of what are the varieties which we tried under coconut plantation. Because this crop was introduced for the landscaping purpose. So in case of landscaping, we are not concerned about how much flowers are produced, how much leaves. It should give a beautiful look for the landscape. But when we thought for coconut plantation as intercrop, our primary aim was how many number of flowers can be produced in a single unit square meter, and what is the cost involved to produce that flowers, and how much income the farmers can benefit. So in that way, we selected almost some 47 types of heliconia. This is just to give a glimpse to try it under coconut plantation almost for 4 to 5 years, because this takes 6 months to give a first flower. Since I told you it is a banana group, it takes almost 6 months to give a first flower. Once the first flower is produced, there will be a lot of suckers will be produced and the flowers production will be continuous. We can go on, remove the suckers and flowers, and we can keep the same plantation for the 4 to 5 years without removing any plants. So this is the first photograph you can see. It's a empty coconut plantation, which I told you we can measure between, for a coconut plantation, the spacing is 8 meters. For heliconia and other groups, means other exotic tropical flower crops, we give 1.8 to 2 meters spacing, so that you can see the pits here. And this is a 3 months old crop of heliconia. A single sucker, a sucker is nothing but a banana plant like that, is planted in one pit. So in 3 months, you will get almost 10 to 15 suckers from each plant. So what we thought is how to popularize this heliconia in different coconut plantation. First, what we did, we multiplied all these varieties for a large scale. Because if you go to a commercial nursery, they cost you something around 500 to 1,000 rupees one plant. So some people may think that is it that much costly? Yes, because it is introduced from other countries and because it's a fancy item. Once it is told they will produce their own plants, they keep very high price. So what we did is we made a commercial multiplication, and our rate of selling is starting from 25 to 50 rupees per sucker. And we have demonstrated this intercrop in the farmers field so that they can see themselves whether it is useful for them and whether it is profitable for them. And also we have done a lot of shelf life studies so that these flowers can be stored and it can be transported to different places without affecting the quality. So I was just explaining these are the different groups of varieties which we tried. So this is just a two table. It may not be interest for you. I just highlighted in blue color because these plants are valued for three things. One is the sucker, that is the planting material. That itself will give money to your farmers. Second thing is the flowers, which we call the main pot, that will give money to you. Third is the leaf, which I told you, the leaf is used as backdrops in many of the bouquet arrangement and many of the events. So that is also gives money. In that sense, we have just listed all the varieties which tried under coconut plantation. And what is the sucker production? It starts in 1 year of plantation. So it starts from as low as 10 and as high as 42 sucker. 42 is in golden starch. It is a very common variety of heliconia, because these all, although we belong to a same group of heliconia, but these are all different species and varieties. So it performs differently. So this golden torch is a heavy suckering plants. But if you take the sexy pink, there is a one variety which gives only 9.5. So just you can see the arrow mark, which one. So it gives only the less number of suckers. Same way, the flowering suckers means how many flowers are produced. H02 gives almost 15 flowers per plant in 1 year. These are the two important. Third is leaves. How many number of leaves can be produced in a 1 square meter area? So these three factors, the three figures are depicted here, so that anybody can see that how much money they can get it in 1 year of crop. So third is, of course, remaining things like, if you see the heliconia flowers, the individual flowers are called, the entire flower is called a spike. The length of the spike also matters for the florist, and the spike length and the number of bracts which is there. Bracts means each flowers. If there is more number of bracts, and it is valued more. In case of orchids, if you see, there will be many flowers. If the one flower is there, it is 2 rupees. If the orchid spike is there, 10 flower, it is 20 rupees. Same way in heliconia also, the number of bracts decide the price. So this two table will give you a general idea about how the crop performs under coconut as an intercrop. So just to bring some knowledge about other exotic crops which can be tried in a coconut plantation as an intercrop. So this, the heliconia is one which you can see. So this is a big botanical order. This has 7 to 8 families, starting with Marantaceae, Canaceae, Gingiberaceae, Costaceae, Heliconiaceae. Heliconia is a family name where all this heliconia comes. Stellitaceae, Musaceae. Musaceae is the last which comes to our banana group. So I can show you each one. So these crops can be also tried in coconut plantation as intercrop. But of course, heliconia and the gingiberaceae, that is ginger group, gives more money compared to other crops, because Canaceae is a very common plant. So this is just a closeness. I will just go. The first one is a canna. We call canna indica. This is a very common plant. There is not much value for the cut flower, but it is used as a landscaping purpose. The second is Heliconiaceae. I have shown the different types of heliconia. Third one is Gingiberaceae. This has a good value. Each flower spike sold something around 25 to 50 rupees. And this is a suitable crop for coconut plantation. The fourth one is Costaceae. Not much used as cut flower, but it is used in the landscaping purpose. The fifth one is Sterlicaceae, though it comes under the same group, but this may not perform well under the coconut plantation because it primarily needs a bit of cool climate. Though it needs a shade also, but it needs a cool climate. So it may not be suitable for a coconut plantation. So if you go one by one, a canna, there are many varieties are available. And it is not much suited for cut flower, but it is suited for the landscaping purpose. And this can be used in the coconut plantation also. Spiral ginger. This comes under the Costaceae group. This is a one crop, exotic crops, which is very much useful as a cut flower. You can see the photograph. This, if you touch the flower, it will looks like as good as a plastic flower. It that much strong. The color will be very beautiful, and it's a very small, but it is a natural flower. So this crop is very much suitable as an exotic crop in coconut plantation. In this also, there are many varieties are available, primarily based on the color. Either it can be red, or it can be light pink, or it can be white. Of course, Heliconias, I explained, it is the largest genus. More than 225 species are available. These are some of the varieties which has a very good potential as a cut flower in coconut plantations. So this is just a group. Then bird of paradise, which I told, this is nothing but Heliconia group only, but this may not be that much suitable because it needs a slightly cooler climate for its performance. And of course, banana. Banana, everybody know that we use it for edible fruit, but there are different types of banana, which we call ornamental bananas. So that those ornamental bananas can be used as a cut flower as well as the fruits. You can see these photographs. This is a whole bunch is used as a decorative material. This is also banana group, but it's ornamental group. There are yellow type, there are orange type, there are pink type, there are red type. So different types of banana group can be used as a exotic cut flowers in coconut plantations. So this one I was telling, ginger. Ginger is a one crop. It's not our regular ginger. Regular eating ginger also comes under the same family. But this ginger groups the beautiful cut flowers which is suitable for coconut plantation. In this, there are many group. Alpinia is a one group. Curcuma is nothing but your turmeric. Elateria is nothing but your cardamom. And the Etilengra is one beautiful ginger which can grow in the coconut plantation. Edicium is another ginger. It is the only flower which has fragrance. It is highly fragrant flower, white color flower, which can be suitable in coconut plantation. So you can see this white color top one. This is Edicium and this is Curcuma species. And of course, this I showed you. And the third, next one is shampoo ginger we call. This also comes under the ginger group. You can see this one. These individual flowers are sold as a cut flower, and each flowers a wholesale price is around 50 to 75 rupees, because this is a shy bearing and each plant can produce around 6 to 7 flowers per year, but the cost of the flowers is very high. These are the different other types of siliconia which you can see, which I told you. This is a ideal intercrop. So this photograph you can see in a 3 to 4 months of time, the entire interspace will be utilized for the siliconia group, and the flower production will start from 5th month onwards, and it will continue for almost 3 to 4 years. So this is among the many heliconia varieties which I was trying to explain in the table. This is a very common heliconia, which is golden torch. So this is a very rich, profuse suckering habit, and it produces suckers of around 45 suckers in a plant in 1 year of duration, as well as the number of flowers also. It's very common. The price will be very less. The flower will go something around 5 to 10 rupees, but the sucker will go around 20 to 25 rupees, and it is a profuse. So this is the reason we promote this variety for landscaping as well as cut pulp production. So by this, I can show all the other in a fast. This is other variety, Lady D. These cut flowers are very limited use because the bracts are very smaller and number of flowers are very less, but it is a very good for sucker production as well as landscaping purpose. And this is a choconia, the other type of Lady D. This also cut flower production, cut flower use is very limited, but landscaping is a good use. This is a common heliconia you might have seen in all the photographs. This is heliconia rostrata. This is a pendant type. In heliconia, there are two types. Some are erect, some are pendant. This is a pendant. Pendant means hanging. In this, it gives a beautiful look for any landscaping purpose and also for the flower arrangement in any of the flower vase. Because for cut flower, we need erect types. So this is a lobster claw. Lobster claw is a name derived from the shape of the bracts. It looks like a lobster. So there are many lobster claws are available based on the color. This is a lobster claw one. This variety gives a very good cut flower, and the leaves also very big. So these leaves is valued something around 1 to 2 rupees if it is undamaged and it is used in the backdrop. This is a lobster claw 2. This is a little orange bit color. This is lobster claw 3, which is a pink shade. So these are all lobster claw 1, 2, 3. This is a variety which I was showing. This name of the variety is sexy pink. This is a very, very shy bearer. It gives very less number of suckers. Unlike golden torch, which gives almost 40 to 50 suckers in a year, this will give maximum of 15 to 20 suckers. But the cost of the plant is very high. The retail price, a nurseryman will be selling something around 250 to 500 rupees each plant. So in that way, the flowers are very, very beautiful. It's a hanging type. The pink is very beautiful, pink, light pink, and it is very much suitable for any of the marriage functions or for hall arrangement or even for cut flower makings. This is a one variety, premium variety we can say in case of heliconia. Guyana is a regular heliconia variety. The number of bracts will be 7 to 8. Leaves are mostly used because the leaves will be almost narrow leaf, long leaf. It should be used for the backdrop purpose. Eden pink is something closer to the lobster claw. This has a slight pinkish color and with a hairiness, which gives a very beautiful backdrop for any of the bouquet making. So Petro orange is the name itself gives it's orange, dark orange. It's good for either for cut flower and also for the landscaping purpose. Temptress. Temptress is something close relative of sexy pink, but this gives a reddish color with a yellow background. So this is also a pendant flower. Unlike sexy pink, this gives more number of suckers and more number of flowers. This is also one of the premium, we can say second ranking in terms of pricing. So Bucky is a one something close to lobster, but it is a pure light red color spike. So this is a very good flower for any of the floral arrangement. You can, if you want to arrange for any stages, these flowers of some 100 flowers can be arranged very beautifully. Leaves are not much because the leaves get damaged in this variety. So this is Alankel, light orange color with a different mauve color. And this is one of the cut flower. We can use it in. And the sassy. Sassy is a beautiful, though the flowers looks very small, but it gives a very beautiful color combinations of pink with white with orange. So it is a very good cut flower as well as for the landscaping purpose and very profuse flowering in coconut plantations. Tropics. Tropics comes something like Alankel, but it has a slight tinge of some red color. So these also heavy bearing of suckers. You can see from the bottoms, after 6 to 1 year, you'll get almost 40 to 50 plants in from a single plant. So these all plants can be removed individually and that can be sold as a individual planting material to a farmer. Adrian red. So this is a small flowers, but the color combination of dark red with dark orange, it gives a very good backdrop for any of the flower arrangement. Saint Vincent red is a small flowers, mostly suitable for the landscaping purpose, and the leaves are thick here. So this is still more suitable for backdrop because it is not getting damaged when we are pinning it. Kenya red, you can see this is a very small flower, around 4 to 5 bracts, and the leaves are suitable for the, again, for backdrop making. Tagami is a very small flower, but the arrangement is very good. And this is a very, very heavy suckering habit. And this is also good, but the leaves will be having slight whitish patch. So if some may like, some may not like, but still the flowers will be very much useful. So Petrotis is something like a very beautiful flower. Leaves are not much useful. The flower spikes with the orange color tepals is very beautiful flower in case of Heliconia. These are all for landscaping purpose, Lattice Petha or Hirsuta. Or these two, Oreo and Iris Benachi. Iris Benachi is something close to Bucky, but it has a slight coloring pattern in the bracts. So this is some different variety. These all can be used as a cut flowers. Jacuni is other variety, different color background. Kawachi, Oriole, Mecca's pink, something close to Eden pink, but there may not be any hairiness, and it's a very dwarf. You can keep it more number of plants in case of Mecca's pink. This can be used only for, not for cut flower, only for the landscaping purpose. This is the first one, which I told, the rostata type, same rostata type, but the number of bracts will be less and it is very closely, tightly arranged. So it gives a very beautiful, something like a photographs look for a flower ornament. So this is other Rollinia common, good for landscaping purpose. Sexy scarlet. Sexy pink is a which variety is shown. It is a smaller one. The color is scarlet type and it is used for the backdrop making. She is other variety. Caribia is the one variety. It has a very big bract. So this may be mostly suitable for any of the stage arrangement because in case of cut flower, this flower, each flower will be something around 2 kilos weight. So arranging as a cut flower will be very difficult, but it is good for the stage arrangement. Turbo is the same thing. So these are some of the Heliconia types. So apart from Heliconia, this is a ginger type. So these also planted in same way in coconut plantation. The flowers, you can see all this flower and the each spikes will be open from the tongue, and it is also a fragrant flower. So this entire spike will give, when you cut it, slightly something like a ginger smell, and it can be used as a cut flower. There are different types of ginger. This is a brown ginger. And of course, this is a bird of paradise, which comes under the same group, but may not be suitable as a coconut in coconut. This is a one thing I was telling, the ginger, which I told you. This is a torch ginger, which has different colors are there. You can see all these flowers will be something like a plastic when you touch it or when you see it. But these are the real flowers, which is very much suitable for coconut plantation. And this is one type of ornamental banana, which can be taken up as intercrop in coconut plantation. So this gives you a just assorted look of different types of Heliconia, ginger, torch ginger, shampoo ginger, which are produced from coconut plantations. This is the same photographs. Even some of the ornamental pineapples, because pineapple is actually shade-living crop which can be used in coconut plantation. But this is ornamental type of pineapples. You can see the size of the pineapple. It is something around 3 to 5 centimeter length. So this can be used in coconut plantation also. So I told you, sucker is a planting material in case of Heliconia. You can see in poly bags. From the suckers, all these plants are removed and it is put it in a small polybag separated. So this will form one separate plant. You can see here, there are small sprouts are coming. So this is a sprout, which sprouts. And you can see in this photograph, The first, which cut one will die, and the new shoot leaf will die. Within 2 to 3 months, a new plant of ready, which can be sold anything between 250 to 500 rupees. So this is a second most income compared to the flowers. So this will give a general economics, which we worked out in Goa. Flowers are sold something around 15 to 20 rupees, depends on the variety. Suckers are sold 15 to 25 rupees. Leaves 0.5 to 1 rupee. So we have planted something around in a hectare of land in a coconut plantation. Around 700 to 1,000 plants can be accommodated as an intercrop. So this gives a, so we have taken only some 10 to 12 varieties. In case of flowers, so these varieties, though this sexy, you can see the income and the total number of flowers. So the total number of flowers is in a blue color, and the income is calculated based on the flower cost of wholesale, starting from 25 to 50 rupees. So this, some of the varieties like sexy pink, lobster claw 3, or Guyana, or golden torch, these are the very promising as a flower crop in coconut plantation. So this one, as a sucker, I was telling that golden torch will give the profuse suckering of 40 to 50 in a year. So this gives more number of suckers. So these varieties, though you can see that these varieties are not much suitable as a cut flower, but you can use it as a sucker in the coconut plantation. And these varieties are for leaves. Here we have taken the size of the leaves, length of the leaves, and also the cost involved. So these are the top varieties where you can use it for cut flower production, sucker production, as well as a leaf. So this gives a roughly how much money can be expected from a 1 hectare of land in a coconut plantation. So this is one commercial farmer in terms of West Coast. So he takes up this coconut plantation. He takes mostly the ginger. So you can see the ginger crop as intercrop. So this is a big success story in it. So this is a different, all the parts of heliconia. It's like a banana. These are the sheath. These are the tepals. These are the flowers. And these are the suckers. These are the leaves used. And there are different types. I will show you the minute variation will form a different variety. Even white torch also is there. So this is a one case study. Just 2 minutes I can explain. This we have taken in a farmer's field in Goa only. So they have a coconut plantation of almost 30 acres. So we have selected 1.5 acres of and around 8 varieties of heliconia, which are very, very promising for cut flower production. So each variety, we have planted almost 250 plants in each variety. So there are even gingers also we planted. So this is a demonstration plot in Goa. You can see the board, and this is a coconut plantation. So after 6 months, this was planted somewhere in 2012. And this is the initial photographs you can see between the coconut, how the sucker formation increases. And this is the initial photo, how it is planted in the coconut. And this is just, this table will give you, among the, out of 8, 6 are heliconia types. This is a sexy pink, temptress, these both are hanging types. Jacuni, Kawachi, She, and Iris, these are erect type. So these are the number of plants planted. And this is a final yielding plants. Yielding means the plants which gives the flowers. And the number of spikes means how many number of flowers we got it. It is around 6 to 8 because it's a first year. What is the farm gate price which they realized? Around 25 to 50 rupees. What is the income from these flowers? And what is the suckers? Minimum of 5 suckers from a clump of each sucker is around 100 rupees. Some suckers are 50 rupees, some suckers even 30 rupees. So from the suckers, if you see the first year, because the sucker production will be more, they got around 2.2 lakhs from a 1.5 acres of land, and the income from flowers is 1.6. So totally it is 3.92 lakhs. And if you see the cost involved is, so these plants are purchased at the rate of 50 to 80 rupees. The main cost involved for a farmer is the planting material. Then mostly it performs well in the coconut. It needs a lot, plenty amount of water and organic medium, even no need of any chemical fertilizers. So only the maintenance part is taken care. So almost we can say that 50% of the income generator will be the net profit for any given farmer. So these are some of the photographs of ginger in coconut. So this is, you can see the 2 rows, how the sucker formation will be there, and each suckers can be removed. And of course, a lot of flora and fauna will be there. This is a sexy pink variety. And you can see that this is a ginger flowers, pink ginger. Each flowers at farm gate price is something around 50 to 70 rupees spike. So I shown the first photographs where the bouquet, they used a simple heliconia flower with 3-4 flowers. It is around 700 rupees. So this price is converted into, means multiplied into 2 to 3 times in the florist. So what the calculation we made is for the farm gate price. That is a farmer's how much he can get. So apart from this is about the exotic crops. Apart from that, other crops, something like a tuberose. Tuberose is a one crop which can be taken up as in coconut plantation as intercrop. But of course, it performs well under the coconut plantation also. But it is also one of the suitable crop which we tried under coconut plantations. So this gladiolus is a one crop which performs well under coconut plantation in the initial years, maybe first initial 5 to 6 years. These crops can be taken as intercrop in coconut as a cut flower productions. So China ester is a one crop which can be taken up in the coconut plant. So these are the photographs which I am showing is which we have taken up because we are trying different crops. And marigold, Crosandra, these are the crops, but these are the low value, high volume crops. But the first crops which you are showing is low volume, high price crops. So that is the reason farmers have the option to select the crops. Some of the orchids, primarily monopodial orchids, the right hand side, these monopodial orchids also suitable as an intercrop in coconut plantation for cut flower production as well as the planting material productions. Apart from flowers, there are, we call cut leaves. There are different types of cut leaves. Philodendron is there, Dracena is there. There are different types. These all plants need actually shaded conditions with plenty of water. Normally, if you see commercial cultivation, in case of even in Karnataka and other states, they erect shade net and they cultivate because they want a shade. But these crops are naturally suitable in coconut plantation. We recommend these crops also, not for flower, for a cut leaf. So this is mostly used in the flower arrangement at all. You can see the different plants. These are all shaded condition. So this Montera, this is very much suitable. Different potted plants are very much suitable. And different coleus types. These are the different coleus types which we tried under the coconut. But this is, there is no any cut flower value. This can be only as a ornamental plant. We can multiply in coconut plantation and we can sell it. So different caladiums. These are, but of course, these crops are much suitable in the coastal region than the interior because coastal region has a very good humidity, something around 90% throughout the year. So these crops performs well under the coastal conditions. Yeah. This is my last slide. So this is a brief about what are the crops which you can use it as a cut flowers, both from exotic and indigenous crops in a coconut plantation for a profitability. Hope I think I completed in time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for an interesting and very informative presentation. I will take up the questions from the participants. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can have a full view of yourself. Thank you, sir. The first question is, can you please tell us about your education and career background? What made you take an interest in agriculture?
Okay. No, I'm basically an agriculture scientist. A specialization is horticulture. So in case of agriculture, horticulture is a branch of agriculture. And horticulture deals with fruits, vegetable, and floriculture. So this is my own specialization. And I'm working in an agriculture research institute. So this is my part of profession, not as a hobby. So in that way, we have taken these studies in coconut plantation.
Okay. The next one is, what type of help does ICAR, IIHR in Bengaluru, Karnataka provide to farmers who are looking out for intercropping?
Okay. See, primarily, I told you, this study was done in Goa Institute, where I was working for almost 20 years. I recently moved to IIHR. See, in case of IIHR, this is a premier institute for horticulture. We deal with major fruits, vegetable, and floriculture crops. Heliconia is not among one crop because these crops are not suitable in this region. This is mostly suitable for the coconut plantation in the coastal region. So in case of IIHR, we start support from availability of seeds, consultancy, technical consultancy, visiting the farmers field in all crops, major crops like fruit crops means starting with mango, banana, papaya, chiku, custard apple, and so on. In case of vegetable, all major vegetables, starting with tomato, brinjal, chilies, all the cooker beets, all the legumes, French bean, dolichos bean, and okra, bendi. So all these crops. In case of flowers, we are dealing with rose, gladiolus, China aster, Crosandra, chrysanthemum, and jasmine. So these are the crops we are dealing in at IIHR. So in these crops, we provide seeds, we provide planting material, we provide technical consultancy, and we provide extension. All these are taken from IIHR Institute.
Okay. Sir, this Heliconia plant is grown only in Goa or any other
No,
parts
no,
of
no,
India?
no. It is actually some. I have shown many crops. Some crops need more of humidity, though that is there in the coastal region. That's why I told in the initial slide, entire coast, starting from Maharashtra to Kerala, and then this Tamil Nadu up to West Bengal. This is more suitable for all the varieties. But in case of interior place, like in case of Karnataka or in case of Tamil Nadu in interior places, not all the varieties. Maybe if somebody wanted, we can suggest which varieties are more suitable, because in this region, there are two conditions has to be met. One is shade, second is the humidity. The humidity is very less in these regions. Of course, coconut gives a shade. So some varieties perform well under the low humidity also. Those heliconias can be tried in these regions.
Okay. The next question is, where can we buy the planting materials for Heliconia?
Yeah. If it is for a government institute, if you even IHR supplies, but not all these varieties. We have almost we can say 10 varieties of heliconia. So the best thing will be, I can suggest from government side, Goa Institute will be the better. You can just Google it, ICR Goa. Whatever varieties which are shown, almost 55 varieties, they maintain it and they sell the suckers. It is something around 50 rupees only, 50 to 100 rupees at the maximum. In addition to this, there are so many private nurseries, which of course they will sell it their own price. Mostly it is situated in Kerala and also in Andhra Pradesh, because they only introduce a lot of new varieties from Brazil and they multiply and they will sell it. So for government institute, you can either approach IHR for few varieties, but for all varieties, you can approach Goa Institute.
Okay. Can you provide guidance if any of our members get in touch with you for intercropping?
Yeah, I told you, no. See, IHR, it's a government institute, comes under the Ministry of Agriculture, central government. We give all the technical guidance in whatever crops we are dealing. So in case of heliconia also, we are giving. There is no problem. Heliconia or any fruit crops or any vegetable crops or any floriculture crops, we give the guidance. We give what are the varieties suitable. If any problem comes, any pest disease, because IHR is a very big institute. We are almost 150 scientists are working on different aspects of the crops. We have entomologists, we have pathologists, we have biochemists, we have breeder. So anyone will address your problem. So in that way, IHR will take care of all your needs in case of horticulture crops.
Do they charge anything, sir, for the guidance they provide?
No, we don't charge. Primarily, we don't charge as an individual farmer. If somebody comes as a turnkey project, we have a mechanism. But still it is on a nominal side. If any individual farmer or any landscapist or any enthusiast, garden enthusiast, we don't charge anything.
Okay. Move on to the next question. You were sharing some economics, sir. Somebody is asking, what is the approximate additional income per acre a farmer can earn by doing intercropping in a coconut farm?
Yeah, I think I was explaining this slide.
Yeah.
In a 1 hectare of land, we can accommodate around 800 to 1,000 plants of heliconias. Heliconia means different types of heliconia, including ginger. So we have taken a study almost for the 4 years. So which says that almost a total income of around 2.5 to 3 lakhs can be generated. In that, the net profit will be around 1.5 lakhs.
Okay. The next question is, can you share some details regarding pest management and intercropping?
Literally, there are no any pest. I think I told you first. This crop is very, very, very easy. Literally, there is no any pest problem. Very rarely we may get some diseases, maybe some rotting, that too in a monsoon period. So that's why it is a very, very least manageable crop. There is no need of any spray, any pest management in this crop. All exotic crops, these crops.
Okay. How many types of cut flowers can be intercropped with the coconut plantation?
See, I have shown you almost 50 types. I have shown you. It depends on your market demand. See, some of the premium. See, these are the flower crops. Some people will be aware of that flower crop. Some may not aware. The one variety which I was showing, sexy pink. Now you can see commonly in all the marriages they use it. But some 5 years back, 10 years back, this crop was not known. So in that sense, in a coconut plantation, I told you it is planted 8 meter by 8. So in a 4 coconut, you can go maximum 25 plants of any exotic crops. So the varieties you have to decide, but in a 4 coconut, 25 number of plants can be planted by using the interspace.
Okay. And what is the approximate price of this heliconia plant, sir? That sapling?
Heliconia plants I have shown you, it starts from 20 rupees to 100 rupees. It depends on the varieties, because some varieties are very, very shy bearing. So it's very costly. So the maximum will be 100 rupees. The flower cost also varies. It starts from the golden torch is a very common heliconia. They may purchase 5 rupees or 10 rupees. Sexy pinks, you can sell it for 50 rupees. So the flower cost also, there is a wide range. And the planting material cost also, there is a wide range from 20 to 100 rupees.
Okay. The prices vary based on the variety.
Based on the varieties.
Okay. And the next question is, as coconut is a huge tree, will it not affect the cut flowers plantations in future?
No, because coconut also a shallow rooted system, and this is also shallow rooted system. And I told you the spacing between the coconut is 8 meters. From the coconut tree, we are giving 2-meter gap. The coconut roots will go maximum of 2 to 2.5 meter only. It cannot go beyond that. That is the reason we have taken only the in-between space of the coconut, so that it is not competing with the coconut. For other information, even it will supplement the yield because of the intercrop and because of the microclimate. It gives more moisture. The coconut yield also will increase rather than decrease.
Okay. One last question we have, sir. Do you provide any help in marketing of the final produce, the flowers or coconut?
No, madam. Marketing side, we are not involved, because marketing, there are different government agencies are there, state government agencies are. Because our institute and our purpose, we are on R&D, we are in a research and development only. Marketing side, we are not helping in any of this.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Dr. M Thangam for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
You are welcome, sir.
Can I leave that now?
Yes, sir. You can leave.
Yeah. Thank you very much.